Welcome back to the Fortnite Demon Productions. I'm discussing the rankings of the 2023-2024 season, and it's a little bit of a doozy. I wrote my Google Doc, right, and I thought I had some pretty good points, but a lot of people disagreed. So I really want to get more in depth of what I'm saying in this video. Let's just get into the real standings on what everybody's voting about. Of this time, Jeremiah Clark has 19 points. But how I rank this is if you got 1, if they ranked you as 1, you got 3 points, 2, you got 2 points, and 3, you got 1 point. More amount of points the higher you go up. Jeremiah has 19, which puts him at first. Seamus has 15, which puts him on second. Addison and Bronco both have 8, which put him tied for 3. Ben and Paul both are tied at 4. They're stuck at 4. Thomas at 5, and Peyton at the bottom at 6. It kind of makes sense. According to my list, though, I do agree with the Jeremiah ranking at number 1. No, it's just because he's had so much prior experience. He is very riskful. He knows manipulation tactics, all 9 yards. One of the main players in the game. He was MVP last season. I do believe he will go the distance this season too. Be the first one to get a girlfriend. Only con is that people talk. And he's messed up some relationships, cheated. And if that word goes out, he may have a few problems. But I do see him being one to get a girlfriend this season. At my number 2 spot, I do have Bronco. It's actually a lot of people were surprised I do have Bronco at my number 2. I just believe he is constantly working on himself. A lot of people bring up weight when they talk about him. I don't see that as a problem. He's working on it, and some girls just don't even care. It's constantly in the gym. He is a good catch, has great taste in a lot of art, music, that kind of stuff. Only really downside is that, sometimes he can be very emotional, wanting to be heard and stuff. And, I believe he could butt heads, but that is the only flaw. Tall, he's handsome, and I believe with his work during this offseason, he should be able to get a girl. He's not uncomfortable talking to women. At my number 3, I have Paul. Another take that is controversial to many, although I don't even see why. He's smart, he's handsome. He's working on himself during this offseason. He's in the gym a lot. He's not the tallest of guys, but that doesn't even matter. And he's been working on his image. He's pretty funny. And I see a lot of pros and not a lot of cons when it comes to him. I believe if he really goes for it, he can really blossom this season. I feel like during this off season, he might have been tripping a little bit, but I believe he can do it this season. At my number 4, I have Seamus. Any girl is gonna like him. Any 5'3" girl is gonna like him. He's athletic, tall, skinny, brown hair, brown curly hair. He's like a full yards. You feel me? Only major obstacle and the only reason he's below, Paul, Bronco, and Jeremiah is because he's so awkward. I was told a story where he was presenting and the girl said something like, "I like your hair," and he just said, "Yep," or something. I don't know. Things like that make me kind of iffy if I believe he's gonna get a girlfriend. I believe it's 50-50 with Seamus. At my number 5, I have Addison. Addison has a lot going for him. He's been working out. He has a job. Not the tallest, but he's not the shortest. He's pretty funny too. He's obviously been working out. Only problem is, again, stature. But he is working on it. I believe this season, another 50-50. I believe he can go to the distance, but I'm not gonna put all my money on him. I do see him getting a girlfriend this season. At my 6, I have Thomas. Thomas is very artistically wise. He's very creative. I like seeing what he draws and stuff. He's handsome. He's again not the tallest, but not the shortest either. Very, very mid in that tall thing. But the main thing is that he's even said he's scared of women. I've never seen him talk to women. The only reason Seamus is above him is because the women come to him. He talks to women. With Thomas, I see him going out and talking to them. I can see a woman coming to Seamus, but with Thomas, I have to see him going out, and I just don't see him doing that. I'm going, but at this point, I just don't see him going that distance. Number 7, I have Ben. I don't know Ben. I'm not gonna really go into it, and I'm just gonna skip him. My number 8, I do have Peyton. Peyton. He's handsome. He's working out, but his jokes, very dark jokes or jokes about Reddit, they're very funny to guys like me, you, anybody who's watching this. He's a funny guy, but any woman's not really gonna go for him if he's talking about Reddit, karma, Wojaks and all that junk. I just don't see him working if he goes with that. I do see potential in him, and I pray that he proves me wrong, but I don't see him going the distance this season. If he works on himself this season, maybe gets his racks up, I can't see him senior year pulling hella daddies, but at this point, I don't see the vision, and I do agree with everybody putting him low, and I do apologize to Peyton, but I just see him at the low.
A Fortnite Demon production.